They say winning ain't everything. Well, we don't have them type conversations over here, man. Had that conversation with the losers. We trying to win at everything we do. Even in the loss, we don't see defeat. We see a lesson learned. Straight up. Look, I came into this world in 1978. The doc looked me in my face and knew I was something great. 45, 42 Prescott, that's where I'm from. Grew up in the slums around dope dealers and bums. As humble as I was, I adapted to my habitat. In my own lane though, far from where they crashing at. Dumb bar graduate, the game I'd have mastered it. Served in the Navy, look, y'all don't know the half of it. Pops passed in 01, moms passed last year. I know they up in heaven smiling down, crying mad tears, cause they son making it. No telling where I'm taking it. My city been cursed, but I feel that I'm breaking it. Coached at Wayne High in 15 in one state. Seen the fork in the road and went straight. I know what I'm worth, I'm OG King Kirk. Brooklyn Nets gaming crew legend, let's work.
Hey, this is OG King Kirk, your host of the OG2CENTS podcast. Want to thank each and every one of you who continue to tune in each and every week. We truly appreciate it. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share it. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating, helps us out a lot. Links for all available streaming platforms will be in the description. Let's continue to stand up against any form of social injustice and racism. See more love. Is the Zenny way. This episode is brought to you by Zenny Blocks. Make sure to armor your eyes with Zenny Blocks Virtual Clear Blue Blockers. It's important to protect your eyes from the harmful light from your digital screens, so you'll have less eye strain, and that makes for better sleep and performance. Check them out at zenny.com/gaming or follow them at Zenny Gaming on Twitter and Instagram. This episode 76, Health is Wealth with Ricco Phinisee. He is the head coach for Celtics Crossover Gaming, but he's also a personal trainer, certified personal trainer. He's a good friend of mine. We go way back. Been knowing each other for some years, ever since we came on to the 2K scene. Phenomenal person, gamer, like I said, trainer. He's been destined to, he has a brand, RP Workouts, powerful brand that empowers athletes to be in the best shape for gamers to defy the stereotypes of being anything other than great. So without further ado, Ricco Phinisee. Hey, I got one of my brothers here with me, Ricco Phinisee. Like I said, head coach for Celtics Crossover Gaming at NBA2K League, but also fitness guru, help change your life, breaking barriers, changing stereotypes of gamers. I mean, how you been doing, bro?
Been doing pretty good, man. On this great day, just grinding, sticking to the routine.
Got you, man. Now, like I mentioned, you've been changing some lives. You made a lot of impact with some NBA 2K League players, but also other professionals as well. I just want you to talk about some of the projects and things that you've done over the years with your fitness content.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing that I started out with was, of course, Fab, and his story was huge. And then I had like a training camp for gamers, which has never been done before. I had it down in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. It was pretty dope. I rented out a big mansion for gamers. I brought in Lavish, who had a phenomenal season that season, and also in season 4. I brought down Fab, who had a great season. I had Drake, who had a great season. And I brought down those guys, and we trained, we gamed, we had a lot of vlogging footage. We went to Arizona State, and we ran near their football facility. I do a lot of gamer challenges for gamers, for the community, for 2K, Call of Duty, League of Legends. A lot of gaming communities I do gaming challenges for. So that's basically what I do. I want to continue to, make creative content, funny content, but also educational content for gamers, and connecting those gamers to traditional athletes as well.
Now, Ricco, I had you on before. I had, when I first started out. I think it was
Right.
episode 11. Here we are, many episodes later. But one of
And
the
you
big
slimmer too. You slimmer too. So a lot slimmer.
yeah, and getting to that.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you back on is because a part of my fitness journey, but just, I mean, I started to realize the importance of better health. I mean, I was at a point where I really wasn't caring. And I really didn't know that I was out of control like that until I look back on some of the pictures now, and I'm like, man. And even my brother, he told me one day, he was like, I was gonna say something to you, bro, because I was starting to get worried, because man, like you was just swelling up, and like
Yeah.
I realized, like I I mean, I knew I wasn't great, but I didn't think I was looking that bad. Like, and I felt better than what I looked, to put it like that. But
Right.
I wanted to bring you back on because I think as we've been going through the different climates, as far as with COVID and different things like that, and just expressing how important health is when it comes to fighting off, illnesses and different things of that nature. Because what a lot of people don't know is I had COVID back in December, and that was one of the waking up points for me. Was like, hey, I need to get in some better shape. I
Right.
mean, and take care of myself better and stuff like that. So, bringing you back on was important. I know you did various challenges in the 2K community, but not just the 2K community. Anybody who's willing to jump in and see
Right.
what you got going on. Talk about some of those challenges and the success of it, and how you created content around it.
Yeah, I like to do challenges that gamers can do inside of their house, or very basic exercises they can do in the gym. I know a lot of, I say about 85% of gamers don't have the correct form because they never really did exercises before. So I keep it very basic as possible, but also encouraging as possible too. So I started to do, after every challenge, I started to make a YouTube video kind of recapping and showcasing their talents and their efforts. So I'm really big on encouraging in the gaming in the gaming challenges, not just like competing, but also encouraging them and also helping them get better form, and inspiring them to get back in the gym, and inspire them to do like small exercises inside of their houses when they're taking a break in between gaming.
Okay, and like, you know, I want you to talk about like certain meal plans
Right,
for gamers, and then also those, like you talking about workout in between gaming and
right.
stuff like that. Like, what type of workouts can be done
Yeah.
to help gamers stay in shape?
I mean, we can start with the meals. Like every meal plan is with me at least, is very individual, is very customized for that particular gamer or person, because they all have different body types. Your body reacts to different type of meals, and they all have different type of goals that they want to hit. So everything is customized, not like this one set meal plan that I do. But I would say that it's very strict. It's very strict when we do meal plans together. I ask any type of questions. If you don't like some certain type of food, I'll switch it up for you. I break everything down, macro nutrients and micro. A lot of gamers don't know what that is, so I kind of break it down to them and teach them what that is. Why you putting this certain amount of food into your body? Why you putting this particular vegetable or fruit or protein into your body? So I break it down. So I'm not just giving workouts or food to gamers and saying, here, do this. I'm giving it to them and also teaching them about it, and why you put this in your body. So
Gotcha.
yeah. In the workouts, um, like I said before, I like to do very, very simple workouts so everybody can on the same page. I just started to open up my Discord channel for gamers so they can like virtually get to me, so we can all get on the same page and work out together. Or if they have any type of questions, that hey Ricco, you hop on this call with me. I need help. I need some help with my form. Can you show me? So I hop on there and I show them. Also too, like you joined the other day and a week before, I have a treadmill session where I get gamers and coaches and any influencers get on the Discord channel and the video chat. We hop on that treadmill, man, and we get it in. So I like to include a lot of people. I like to break it down. I like to encourage. I like to show why we're doing this certain type of workout or type of meal plan.
Got you. Now, let me tell y'all. I've been a big fan of the elliptical. Like that's
Yeah.
been my saving grace.
Right.
Eventually I'm gonna put out a YouTube video on how I went about my weight loss. But one of the
Yeah.
biggest things was I probably was doing at least 2 to 4 miles on the elliptical every day. Like,
That's
and I
dope.
mean, and then also, being in New York, walking everywhere.
Yeah.
So like,
Sure.
not only was I getting 2 to 4 miles in on an elliptical, I was still probably doing the same amount walking
Right.
around New York everywhere. And now I hopped on the treadmill session with Ricco. Now that's it was a whole different world for me because the elliptical is kind of it's
Right.
controlled
Right.
movement.
Right.
The treadmill is all you. Like I
Yep.
mean, so whether you walking, whether you jogging, whether you running. So, but I like the changes, and what I want you to talk about is just the progressions because that's what really
Right.
made it fun and made it good for me, and it's something different. And I burned a ton of calories. So,
Right.
just talk about the progressions of the incline, the speeds, and everything like that.
Yeah. I like to first get your warm up in, make it, very low tempo. And then as you start to get your body warmed up, I like to speed it up. I like to increase the incline, decrease it, keep it consistent, and increase it again. Kind of like not let your body get, used to the speed and the incline. And it really helps, man. It really helps with burning weight too. And it's a lot of players that I used to put on the treadmill. They used to put their hands on the little bar. And I told them don't do that because it's like you just resting your body, like you're like you said before on elliptical. It's like you're kind of controlling it. Now, when you take your hands off of that, it's all your body moving. You got to keep up with that speed or that incline. So don't put your hands on a bar. This little tip right there. They got like little bars on the treadmill where you can put your hands on, kind of rest on. Don't want to do that. So incline, also decline too. I haven't showed you the decline at all either too. The decline will be different. I'm gonna add that in there too. So I just like to mix it up so your body doesn't get used to it, and it really pushes your body. It really helps you burn calories.
Got you. Now, for a lot of people who don't know, who didn't catch episode 11 and everything like that, what really got you going in the fitness and workout area?
Yeah. So it's been a part of my life, my whole life. I mean, started at 6 years old. My dad was very, very disciplined and strict when it came to workouts. Anytime I got in trouble, I get my butt whooped, and then hey, we're gonna go work out. Run some hills, run in the pool, pull sleds. That's the type of dad that I had. So it carried out throughout, my life in college. I always been disciplined with my workouts. Worked out with a lot of pro athletes. Had a lot of pro athletes in my family that I was around. Even in college, there were big D1 NFL prospects in college, and I had the opportunity to work out with them when I was in high school. So I've been around that my whole life, and it really encouraged me to continue to do it. And then we drafted, the GOAT Fab, and he came to me one day in practice when I first got the job with the Celtics. It was like, hey, coach, I went back and watched the Twitch stream, and I saw a lot of people making fun of my weight. I want to change this. Like, I'm tired of feeling bad about myself and my appearance. So I was like, all right, cool, man. If you're serious about this, we can do it. And then one day we started out 6 o'clock in the morning. We started out with the workouts at a gym, a local gym, and he barely made it through the workout. You know what I mean? So I didn't expect him to call me back. I thought he was gonna be done with it. They're gonna be quit and just hang it up. And about like 5 o'clock in the morning that next day, he texted me like, "Hey, coach, where you at, man? I'm at the gym. Let's get it in. I'm ready. Like, where you at?" I'm like, "Damn, this kid is serious about it." So I might have something here. So we continue to do that since for about 2 years, and I helped him lose over 125 pounds, 125, 130 pounds. Dude, body fat was about like 12%. Like he was crazy. That kid was looking crazy. Like he like a cornerback, like a cornerback slot receiver. So started out with that, and then like a lot of you know the community, the NBA 2K League, other players start to see that and wanted to work with me. So that's kind of how it started. It was just like not even planned. I didn't even plan to do all of this. It just happened. You know what I mean? So I think that's the best creation. Is something that we don't even try for it to go for something, and it just happens. I think that's the best type of thing to have, and that's what I have right now.
Yeah, okay. Now I know you're a big rock fan,
Yeah.
like and everything like that. I want you to talk about that. Like, you know, why The Rock? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like, how does he inspire you?
The Rock, because it's like very similar. Like his story is very similar to mine. So he was a football player. He went to JUCO. Got an opportunity to play in Miami. Then he got hurt. He wanted to go to the NFL, so they shipped him over to overseas. Um, he got into to the Canadian Football League. He got cut. You know what I mean? Had to go back home and live with his parents. It was very similar to me. Like JUCO didn't make D1. Didn't make the NFL. Got sent back home. And he's found his passion of what he wanted to do, and he took a leap out of faith, and he made it happen. So it was very similar to me, The Rock, and what he does.
Got you. Now, you mentioned the 2K League players that you train, you know, such as Fab, Lavish, Drake, players like that. But who are some additional people that you have trained, whether it been in the 2K League or outside of the 2K League? But then also, who are some people that you would like to train that you haven't?
Yeah, I would say one is Mo, who was in Madden. He was a Madden pro. He just recently retired. Now he works with EA and Madden for the community manager. Um, Moving forward, I want to start working with a lot of League of Legends, Call of Duty players. I would love to work with Nick Merckx, is a streamer. Pretty sure you know who that is.
He big guy. He a big guy though.
Yeah, I mean, he can get bigger. You know what I mean? He got a big frame. I feel like he can get cut up in tone if you wanted to. Who else? Um, Scump. Scump used to be super buff. Now he's kind of like laid back off of that. Scump. Who else I would like to work with? I think those two, Nick Merckx and Scump. And my guy, I forgot his name. He's in League of Legends too, but a lot of League of Legends players I want to work with, Call of Duty players.
Got you. Now, what is your like? I mean, I'm sure people are always curious. I mean, and now you're one of those who fit the prototype. Like, you got a lot of trainers out here who don't always look like trainers. Like,
Right.
I mean, you know, they
Yeah.
just look like people who talk the talk, but they don't
Right.
walk the walk.
Right.
You know, obviously that doesn't count for you. But what is your day-to-day routine and regimen?
Yeah. So I'm on a two-a-day program right now. So I get up in the morning and work out, do my workouts. If it's a weekday, I get up in the morning, early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, get my workouts in, get a good breakfast in, shower, head over to the office, Celtics front office. I'll do my morning meetings, take care of my day-to-day activities, make sure I'm scouting and keep it up with the community and what's going on, best prospects coming up into the draft. Then I get home about 5 o'clock at the time I get back home. Take a little nap. I'm big on naps. So I'll take a nap from like 5:15 to like 6:30ish. Get up, watch a little bit of Netflix or a little bit of Twitch streams, take my pre-workout about 7 o'clock. Get to the gym about 7:30 and get my workout in and get back home about 9:30. Then I'm taking a shower, eating my dinner, my snack, my protein shake, my post-workout drink, and then I'm back either gaming, streaming, or watching Twitch, more of the prospects that's coming to the draft. It's kind of like my routine. Like every single day, it's kind of like my routine, and I take 2 days off, of course.
Got you. Now, what would you say to some people out there that want to get in shape and want to be a better version of themselves, but are struggling and having a hard time getting into the gym? Like, what's the best way for them to get started?
I mean, I would encourage them to get a workout partner. I mean, first you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, "Hey, I want to do this." Like you can sit there and look at other people and say, "Man, that person looks good." But at the end of the day, you gotta hold yourself accountable. So first step is just looking in the mirror and say, "Hey, I want to do this. I'm gonna take this seriously." And I would encourage people to get a workout partner or somebody that can hold them accountable. Um, and just start lightly, man. You don't have to go in the gym and just go crazy. I'm big on progression, like even with the treadmill, I'm big on progression. So with the workouts, start off light and just work your way up. Just know it's gonna be tough times to where you're not gonna want to go to the gym, and then that's where you got to really test yourself and push through and get yourself in the gym. And it's like don't be afraid to fail. I would say the biggest tip is don't be afraid to fail, or um kind of compare yourself to other people and their gains and what their body looks like when you're in the gym. Just kind of focus on you, start light, and just work your way up.
Got you. Now, I know you, like we mentioned, you're a big rock fan and stuff like that. But I know for me, like I used to always like look at certain bodybuilders or certain fitness people, and like I look at their physique and I'd be like, man, that's what I like. That's what I like to look like, or like something like that. Like, of
Right.
course, I don't think no two bodies are identical.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
but like for me, I was a big Simeon Panda fan. Like,
Oh yeah.
and like for you, I mean, like when you first started working out, or even to this now, like whatever you working on or whatever, and looking at your physique, do you have anybody that you kind of like model yourself after or anything like
Yeah.
that? Or,
Yeah. It's an old school bodybuilder. It's two, of course. You just nailed with the rock. That's one guy I was trying to compare. He's tall though, but still. It's an old school. I'm big on old school bodybuilding. Like that's my thing. Old school bodybuilding. It's a guy named Charles Glass. Um, it's his black bodybuilder. Back in Compton, and he still trains bodybuilders now. Like he was a kind of like a known bodybuilder back in the 80s, 70s and the 80s. And he's so like known, and he was so great at what he did, like what he did. He trains Olympians now. He trains bodybuilders now. Like everybody flies into LA just to work with him, like all over the world, just to work with Charles Glass because he's so good at what he does. So I'll say Charles Glass and The Rock.
no, I'm looking at them, bro, and definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and then the one thing about the old school body, I mean, of course, I mean, different steroids and stuff like
Yeah,
that
that
has
was big.
always been in
Yeah.
existence, but I think it was kind of a little. I'd like to think it was more pure back in the day than it
Nah,
is now.
nah, it was crazy. Charles Glass was actually natural. Like he was the only natural dude that didn't touch that. You know what I mean? So that's why I look up to him a lot. But back in those days, in the 70s and the 80s, in the 90s, woo, yeah. Steroids was the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you was in a gym, like you go in the bathroom back in like in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s in like LA, New York, and like Texas and all those big cities, you go in the bathroom, you'll see like dudes shooting up taking steroids. Like it was like it was just like a natural thing to do back in the
No,
day.
nah, I mean, I've seen it a few times when I was in the military. So like, I'm
Real?
kind of.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah.
sure I'm pretty sure it was big in the military too,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like that was a
I
thing to do,
mean,
right?
but I was a kid. Like I was young. Like
Yeah,
I was a
yeah,
kid, so I'm
yeah.
like, I ain't really, you know.
Right.
And me, even to this day now, like I'm. Of course, I'm not the biggest of the biggest or
Yeah,
ripped or shredded or
right.
nothing like that. But I'm staying all natural.
Yeah,
I don't I think I'm like here recently. I'm probably gonna start taking like protein shakes, and
right, for sure.
that's more for meal replacements than
Exactly.
anything.
Yep.
But I just want to stay in that because then I don't have to worry about winging myself off something or have to
Yep.
constantly stay on something.
Yeah,
But
that's stuff you don't want to mess with. That's kind of crucial in your organs. You know what I mean? Especially when you're not taking the right doses. Um, you're not doing the right cycle. That can really mess up your body and like really, um, it can really almost kill yourself with that type of stuff. So you got to be very careful with that type of. That's why I don't mess with that type of stuff.
right now the other thing for me, Rico, I don't know, like, and maybe it's a lot of people out here who go through this. It's like,
Mm.
okay, they say you're supposed to have a gallon of water,
Right.
at least
Right.
a gallon of water per. I struggle to drink a gallon of liquids
Right.
a day.
Right.
Like, what are some methods that you can, you know, instruct me and other people like me
Right.
in how to make sure we're getting the proper amount of water intake per day?
To me, like that's kind of crazy. Like I used to struggle with that too. Like sometimes I do struggle with that now. It's just about like progression, like I said before. Like you don't have to like everybody has this mindset they see on YouTube or other people like carry a jug of water with you and just drink it all day. Like work your way up to that, like work your body up to that tolerance so you can drink that type of water. Like, you know what I mean? So I would say progression once again. Don't really force yourself to carry that. Now, if you can do it, you can do it, but most people can't do that. I would say start off about 2-3 bottles of water a day, man, and kind of work your way up. Yeah, that's it. Really, just kind of working your way up. Like, don't put that emphasis of like that you have to drink a huge gallon of water every single day. Like, especially when you just starting off too. That's tough. You never done that before. Like, you just started with drinking soda here and there, some juices here and there. And now you're drinking a whole gallon of water. It's like in the beginning of your journey. So it's like, don't put that emphasis on you and like pressure on you to drink a gallon of water right out of the gate. Just kind of work your way up to it.
Got you. Now, some recent news, man, that you just told the bros about.
I don't know. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody that.
Oh,
Don't tell we'll keep that low.
Okay,
keep that low.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
We're gonna keep that low. Y'all
no
got
problem,
the exclusives.
no
Y'all got the exclusives.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I'll definitely I'll be on the lookout when you make that public. My bad. I ain't trying
to.
But
I should have told you that ain't your fault. That ain't your fault. I mean, doing your job.
Nah, but I'm happy for you to
appreciate
it
at
least. So everybody just stay tuned.
Yeah.
You'll know where to find Ricco and everything like that upon the end of this episode. So just make sure you stay in tune. He's doing some good things out here. Now, at this point in the show, is OG wants to know.
Okay.
Answer open and honestly as possible.
Okay.
Biggest influence.
My dad.
Okay. What motivates
you? Wanted to win, wanted to be the best.
Okay. What's the best part of being a personal trainer?
Helping people hit their goals.
Okay. I think we kind of answered this a little bit, but favorite bodybuilder of all time.
Oh man, I would say Charles Glass.
Okay. Favorite quote.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh man, I don't even know. I was gonna say like a Tony Dungy quote, but I forgot it. I'll have to say, old school, like never give up, keep trying.
Got you. Favorite show on Netflix?
Ooh, I would say either The Blacklist or the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, The Blacklist is good though. Like, I started watching. I didn't keep up with it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Favorite part of the body to work on?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I would say chest and arms.
Okay. Favorite protein powder?
I would say Muscle Tech Mass Gainer. That's my favorite one. That because I really struggle with gaining weight, so Muscle Tech Mass Gainer helps me. It gets me like 2,800 calories in a single shake. So and a lot of other nutrients that I need throughout the day. So I'll say Muscle Tech Mass Gainer.
Okay. Favorite foods?
Favorite foods. I'm a big pasta guy. I'm a big pasta pizza type of guy.
Okay. Favorite thing to do when you're not working or working out?
Come on now, it's gaming. Gaming, gaming, of course.
Now, what are some of the games that you play non-2K related? Some of your favorite games.
All right now, I'm playing Call of Duty, of course, Warzone. I'm playing Days Gone on PlayStation. That's like a story mode type of thing, like shooting zombies. Playing that too. I'm actually playing Counter-Strike on PC, and I'm playing GTA Roleplay. Those are my games.
Got you. Favorite place to hang out in Boston?
I'm a homebody, man. So it's either my house, the gym, or the office is my favorite place to hang out. Like home, gym, office. I'm a very, very boring dude.
Got you. Now, of course, Rico, this episode was pretty much dedicated to fitness.
Yeah,
Health is wealth.
right.
Um, Obviously, we both are involved in the 2K and 2K
Mhm.
League.
Yep.
Um, does I wanted to ask you, like, we've seen personal stories of and of like Fab,
Yep.
even Big Coat. We didn't mention
Yep.
Big Word, but yeah,
Yep.
but like, does it become more of a team thing, or is it just like individuals who reach out to you on the team and
Yep.
want to get better and want to work out and stuff like that? Do
Yeah.
you conduct like team activities with Celtics crossover game?
I mean, it's more individual. You know what I mean? I don't really like to pressure players to, get up with me and work out stuff like that. So any type of player that comes up to me and say, "Hey, coach, I want to do this. I'm gonna do it." You know what I mean? A lot of players are not into that, and that's fine. A lot of players are into it, and a lot of players are not into it. So that's fine. I don't really force that. You know what I mean? I want every player to be comfortable. So it's more individual. I wish it would get to a team type of thing, so we can do it together as a team. That would be kind of dope. But I like to respect, players, personal lives as well.
Got you. Well, the one thing I'll say is this: as a as an older guy in the
Mhm.
community, is when you're young, you feel invincible, and you think you got all this time to be in the great shape and look the
Yep.
best of your life and stuff like that. But trust me, as you get older, you start valuing having more energy and being in
Exactly.
better shape and being better fit. I mean, literally, I went from wearing a size 44 to now I'm wearing like 36s and 38s.
Woo!
Like, I mean,
Congrats to you, man.
yeah, it's a better it's a better feeling. I mean,
Right.
you look better, you feel good. Like, even from a stamina standpoint, with every aspect of your life, I mean, it's vital that you be in better shape. So I
Right.
mean, like, just for all the young folks out there, like, yeah, I mean, it's 20s, 30s, but once you start, yeah, you creeping on up there, man. Hey, your health is important. I'm telling
Right.
you, and it makes a big difference. And I'm glad that I made the decision I made, and like I said, in part to bringing you on. I mean, you've been one of the inspirations for me. I got a few people back home
Yeah.
that I'm gonna give a tribute and shout out to that inspire me. But then also for my players, shots
Shots, man.
making a big
Yeah, that dog right
transition.
there. He a dog. Shots is a dog.
And see, a lot of people like Slay,
Yeah, Slay.
Chalk, like they stay in the gym nonstop. I
Yeah.
mean, and it really got me going. And a funny story, before we get out of here, I think we was in Texas
Right.
for the playoffs, and
Yeah.
I was talking to Julian,
Mhm.
who's works in league ops and
Yeah.
everything like that, and he was saying that, Kurt, man, one day I was looking up and I was watching the cameras, the Nest cams at the Barclays,
Mhm.
and he said it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I seen you in there doing push-ups, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was me. Like, and he was like, man, like you really been. I was like, yeah, like me. The kind of person I am, once I get started with something, like I
Yeah.
go, like I don't know how to go any other way. Like,
Uh-huh.
now, mind you, I could also be going 100 miles in the wrong direction too. but no, I definitely, like, some nights after the game, I used to have a hard time winding down, and I had a 15-minute walk from the Barclays to my apartment. So most of the time after games, I would just walk. Like, if the
Walk.
weather was good
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was never in a rush. 15 minutes, I'm there. And I mean, really, I mean, New York get a lot of flack, but I mean, shoot, I used to always walk around late at night because I mean that I never felt threatened or in
Yeah.
danger or nothing like that. But yeah, like I was in there hitting it, like, and Chalk had the perfect push-ups, so I used to use those too, like, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And once I got going, we would do them in between practices, in between scrims.
Right.
Like they was doing it, so it shoot. I was like, man, let me get to it.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
before you know it, it became a habit, and boom, here we are. But like I said, I mean, you inspired me. A lot of those players inspired me. Like watching other people. I mean, Fab, his story initially, then Colt, a lot of people that you've touched, man. Like you've
Right.
done a lot of good for a lot of people. And I just want to keep giving you your roses, each and every time, because it's pivotal. Like you play a big part in how people feel and how they are. So definitely you appreciate it. What I want you to do right now, I want you to plug away, man, your social channels,
Oh yeah,
your content,
yeah,
sites, everything like that. Plug away right now, bro.
yeah. So I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and my username is, I keep it very simple. You know what I mean? Ricco Phinisee, RICCO, last name PHINISEE. My last name rhymes with Hennessy, so there you go, Phinisee. You got that down. I also have a website called rpworkouts.com. You can reach me as well. And that's what I have, man. Like, I'm always posting TikToks and YouTube and IGTV. Being very, very consistent with the content, because content is everything, especially in esports and entertainment. So I pride myself on trying to be creative with the content that I push out, and hopefully you guys like it.
Well, man, thanks, Ricco. I appreciate you for coming on. We go way back
Yep.
before everything.
Exactly.
So just keep doing what you're doing. Definitely be in touch. And also, like you mentioned, he does the treadmill conversations. I'm on this through Discord. So
Yep.
make sure all this stuff will be listed in the description and everything like that. But make sure because sometimes you just need that extra push. I mean, it's sitting there having a conversation.
Exactly.
You can be done got 2, 3, 4, 5 miles in.
And they didn't even know it.
Recognize it.
Yep.
So just make sure you stay in tune. Like I said, appreciate you, Ricco, for coming on.
Thank you for
and
having
I'll
me.
be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this episode. If you was watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, make sure you subscribe there. Leave a review. Helps us out a lot. Follow the OG2CENTS podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow myself, OG King CURT, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, you can go to www.ogkingcurt.com for everything with the podcast and myself. Make sure to subscribe to the OG King CURT YouTube channel. Pretty soon I'll have some content coming on there. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I'm definitely going to stop being lazy and get some content on there. I got some good stories to tell. Shout out to my team, Strider Visuals, Box Graphics, Cy Evermore, and Matrix for continuing to help make the OG2CENTS podcast is what it is today. You can catch me on Esports Extra every Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's with host Larry Ridley, the crew, Kelly Wells Brinkley, Brandon Bell, Durham Roel, Antonio Williams, and producer extraordinary Kevin Mamuzet. That's Esports Extra every Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Black News Channel. You can go to www.skulls.com. That's Skulls, SKULLZ, / OG King CURT for all your OG2CENTS podcasts and OG King CURT merch. That's hoodies, long sleeve, t-shirts, coffee mugs, you name it, it's there. Make sure you go check that out. You can also use the code OG15% for 15% off of your order. So make sure you get there and check it out. If you happen to purchase something, post it on social media, tag us. We'll be sure to make sure we mention you in the upcoming podcast episode. Appreciate the support. Make sure you catch next week's episode. And remember, if it makes sense, it's an OG2CENTS. OG out.
Put this work in, fellas. And much, much, much love to the entire 2K community for always showing me love. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Yeah.